r/AskReddit. What is a question you wish people wouldn't ask you? Why are you wasting your time doing something that I enjoy doing? As a single dad, I wish people wouldn't ask me about my son's mother. 9 times out of 10 they just want gossip. When are you getting married? What color is this? Immediately after learning I'm colorblind. Edit, I'd like to thank my mom and grandpa for the jeans that got me this silver. Also thanks Rando. Why don't you have a girlfriend? Because I work weird hours and don't get to go out and meet people. Also, I'm socially awkward as poo emoji. Quit asking, mom. When are you going to have children? Or variations of that question. How's your love life going? It hasn't been going for years. You know this. Why don't you drink alcohol? If I give the real answer, people have a go at me for being depressing, but if I say I'd rather not explain, folk continually push for it. It's like being a non-drinker in Scotland makes you the equivalent of some rare wild animal to be studied. Edit, just for a tiny touch of extra info, I've never drank alcohol in my life, mainly due to things in my childhood/upbringing. I have monumental respect for anyone who has had alcohol problems and is working on being sober, though. Are you going to have another baby? When my child is not even 10 months old. Why are you so quiet? What happened to your neck? I have a big scar at my throat, had my thyroids removed because of cancer. It's never fun to tell the story and people are all like oh boo emoji, I'm so sorry after that. Definitely a way to kill the mood. So how do you do? Insert literally anything. Have symbrachydactyly and was born with no fingers. I get asked a lot of questions, also I text using swipe, I know that's what you were wondering. Them, what do you do for a living? Me, retail. Them, oh. Me, yeah I hate it too. Why don't you get a haircut? How are you disabled? Are you okay? What's wrong when clearly nothing is wrong at all? Are you a felon? I made a mistake a few years back while defending my little sister. I have a final job interview today after a series of interviews for a web developer position. And I'm absolutely dreading answering this question. People don't ask me questions. It's better now, but people used to ask me, which part of Korea are you from? Then I would say north because I want to just poo emoji around with them for asking stupid question. Then they would ask is that the good side or bad side, so jokes on me. What do you do for a living? I got fired 6 months ago from my job and despite a few interviews and lots of applications, I'm poo emoji out of luck so far. Now suddenly nearly everyone I meet is super interested in what I do for a living. I swear they would never ask that before. I hate having to tell people I'm unemployed. How's the job search going? There was a period on my life when I was unemployed for quite some time and struggling to find something. I absolutely hated being asked that question even though I know the person asking didn't mean any harm. It just made me feel like poo emoji and gave me more anxiety about things. If I had good news to share, trust me I would share it with you, so please don't ask that question. Do you think vaccines caused your children's autism? What's it like being a twin? My response is usually I don't know, normal. What's it like not being a twin? We don't have special powers and we can't read each other's minds. We literally just look alike. Edit, I think some people are misconstruing the point I meant to get across. Being a twin and having that bond is awesome and unique. To me, a bond with a sister is just as unique because I don't have a sister, so I don't know what that's like. I try to explain it to people like that. I mainly meant to highlight that twins get asked some crazy questions that people are surprised by when they hear our answers. I.e., can you feel each other's pain, etc. We do have cues, twin speak, that we pick up on with each other, but you're going to have those with anyone you spend that much time with. I have no problem answering normal questions about twin life or growing up as a twin lol. How is everything going with the adoption process? I put on a brave face and answer optimistically when in reality the process has not been going well. I know people are genuinely interested and don't mean harm, but it's a tough question to answer without breaking down. Working in the emergency department on the trauma team, and previously working for the fire department, people ask me all the time, what's the worst/craziest thing have you seen? Or sometimes people reference some hospital TV drama or Chicago fire, asking if it's really like the TV shows. I don't want to relive the worst things I've ever seen. There is a reason I go to therapy every week. And no, it's not like TV. Not every patient has some life or death thing. Most patients are treated the ER like a walk-in clinic and could have saved loads of time and money going to an urgent care or calling their doctor. Who are you and how did you get in my house? How's the weather up there? Why don't you smile more? I'm not a happy person and see no purpose in hiding my pain behind a fake smile. Is that a violin? It says violin on the case for angry face emoji's sake. Almost everyone, is that your married name? Me, nope, never been married. Almost everyone, oh, so that's your maiden name? Me, yup. My father is full-blooded Hispanic and my mother is basically all Irish. I take after my mom, fair skin, freckles, blue eyes. So when they see my very Spanish last name, without fail, that is pretty much the exact conversation every time. Like, yes, a white girl can be half Hispanic. I am married and we have one young child. Is he going to get a brother/sister anytime soon? Or some other variation, especially from someone you barely know or just met? Listen, everything about having kids is personal, from the act of procreation to the impact on your life to the financial considerations. Not to mention the feelings about it from the parents, which may not always be aligned. Like, please, I told you my kid's name and how old he is, now you wanna bypass superficial acquaintance small talk and go right to deeply personal plans for our life? Foe. Will you have children in the future? They changed my life and made me happier and you should experience the same thing. Even if you're lesbian you still can have children, yada yada. No, I would not, for the reasons: 1, I know deep in my soul that I'm not a parent type because I have bad patience and can get annoyed fast. 2, I'm happy with my current freedom. 3, I just don't want it. When are y'all going to have a baby? My wife and I have been married for 4 years and we had a miscarriage last year. I know not everyone knows about it and they mean well, but it still brings up a sore spot in our relationship that neither of us had any control over, so it's difficult to just laugh it off. P.S. My wife is actually 7 weeks pregnant now, so we are hoping for the best this time around. What are you? They're asking me about what race I am, because you can't tell just from looking at me. But the way that question is phrased is so dehumanizing. I'm a person, what are you? Why did you cry? It wasn't worth crying for. Shut up. As a British male living abroad, when people find out I'm British they always ask which team I support. I'm not the slightest bit interested in football, and after 20 years I still haven't worked out a suitably funny answer to the question. Any ideas? Rando person in town, what are you? Asian me, question mark. Rando person in town, I mean where are you from? Me, I was born in Pennsylvania. Rando person in town, no really, where are you from? Where are you from? I'm not. I moved 18 times by the time I was 16. I pay taxes in Colorado, driver's license is Washington, born in Missouri, graduated HS in Colorado, spent 1/3 of my adult life outside the country. I'm from the US. Any more specific is generally not a very easy thing to nail down. Going through a lot of health issues right now. I hate being asked how I'm feeling or what more have the docs found. It's none of anyone's business and I'm tired of talking about it. Is that all they know me for? I know it's a default/easy question, but they really need to come up with something else. Why don't we hang out more? 'Cause one mandatory hour per week with you is an hour too many. This is gonna get lost since the post is so old, but I'll get it off my chest anyway. I've had a speech impediment since I was able to talk. I stutter on words at seemingly random times, really no specific pattern or sound, when I get nervous or pressure is really high. As a kid I couldn't string more than a few words together, but through school and into college it got much better. As an adult I really don't have many issues in normal conversation, but I absolutely hate having to introduce myself in a group setting, conference meeting, etc. I seem to stutter on my name 90% of the time. It's pretty embarrassing. Anyway, the question I hate is when someone asks, "Did you forget your name?" Ugh. I don't know what kind of rock they've lived under, but it completely turns me off from that person for years. Mostly it's meant to be a harmless joke, but if they'd simply put one and one together they'd realize how thoughtless the comment was. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like for more daily content. Hit that bell notification. Write your YouTube representative and demand that this channel be on trending. Good night, I love you.